Hey guys, so this is going to be part of the home workout, the quarantine training video, training session that we're going to be doing today. There's 4 drills, 4 exercises that I'd like to do with you guys today, and I'll show you different variations in scaling for where it's necessary. And yeah, so the idea here is to try, you've got 2 options. You can either try do 4 rounds of 20 reps. If it's a unilateral exercise where you have to do left and right side, just do 10 per side. And then, yeah, see if you can complete 20 rounds of that. 20 reps of that for 4 rounds. Otherwise, you can also do it in a 20, 15, 10, 5, scaling it down. You don't have to do it too quickly. You can take enough rest. So what I suggest then is if you're going to do 4 rounds of 20, complete 1 round and then recover. Like give yourself 3-4 minutes if you need to until your heart rate is rested again, and then complete it again. The idea here is that you don't want to be in an exhausted state when doing these exercises or training them. So you basically want to get optimal output or efficiency in every round that you do. So it can take you, like I say, a good 30-35 minutes to complete everything by virtue of the long rest period in between. But when you do the exercise and the drills, you should be able to give it your best. That's the idea over there. So the first one that we're going to practice is it's called a shrimp squat. It is an easier variation of your pistol squat, and you can use some support. You can use anywhere to, basically to support and to help you. I'll show you guys how to do it. If you want to do a pistol squat, you can do basically 10 on the right, 10 on the left for 4 rounds, but try doing them clean and correctly as possible. Otherwise, practice the shrimp squat, and yeah, I'll show you the variations. Right, so for the shrimp squat, you might want to get a pillow or something just to protect the knee because of the way you're going down. But the idea would be basically from here, standing on one leg. The idea is to lower down and see if you can go into a squatting position, and then from there, using the one leg to raise up and come up into standing. This is where you can use a wall or anything to help yourself up with. So if you need to use some support, you can either use a little pedestal or something. I don't have one of those with me at the moment, but if you need to use a door, you can also from there use that to help you up. And then same thing when lowering down. See if you can come down slowly without dropping, hence why the cushion and the pillow is there. So if you can from there, coming up, and then seeing also if you can get the leg further behind you, that would be better as well. So you can try that variation. Otherwise, a simple or an easier variation to practice with this one is to just see if you can lower down, keep your one foot on the toe, going all the way down, and then all the way up again. So that's basically a biased squat that you're going to practice and that you're going to do. And yeah, try doing 10 on the right, then 10 on the left for 4 rounds if you can. All right, for the next one, what you're gonna need is either a wall or you can use a door or anything. Just make sure that you've got good traction with your feet. If you need to use shoes that have got good grip, you can do so. And the higher up on the wall that your legs are, the easier this is gonna be. The idea here is to do basically like a sit through where if you're sitting back, you're going to end up extending the legs, going forward and then back, and then going forward, going back, forward, going back, forward, going back. So that would be your regression if you had to do it. To make it a little more difficult, you'll bring the arms in a little bit closer, or we can start going with the door, which looks as follows. From here, the idea would be to turn and then get the legs over. Turn, get the legs, turn, legs over, turn, legs over. Of course, the lower down you go, the more difficult it becomes. So that's the idea that you want to practice over there. You'll see your body goes over, your body weight goes over your shoulders and over your arms. So that is the second drill for today. So you can practice also again 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Right, so for this next one, they're known as Nordics or Nordic. They're used primarily for the hamstrings, and these are quite challenging, and you're gonna need something that's quite heavy that can stabilize. I'm using my bed at the moment, but it's not the heaviest, it's not the strongest. If you've got something that's heavier, you can use kettlebells, or better yet, if you've got a partner to help hold your feet down and hold your ankles down, that will help the best. But the idea here is to try and see how slowly or how far you can lower the body down, but just keep your hands on the ready, because you are going to have to catch. If you find that your wrists get sore, you can also put a pillow or a cushion over there. I've got one here for my knees. And the idea is just to see how slowly, how low you can go. To complete 10 rounds of this can become difficult, so even 5 is alright. But yeah, see how far you can get and test yourself to see how low you can go before you actually have to drop. So they would look something similar to this. So the feet would hook underneath. You'll start off from the top. Keep your hands on the ready, lowering the body down, 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 and catch. And you start again. Keep on the ready, body's tight, and then slowly going down, 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 and catch. And you'll repeat that a couple times. You will feel your hamstrings pulling with this one. Ideally, if you've got somewhere where you can hold an elastic band that can support you as you're going down, that would actually be better. But I don't have an elastic band over here. If you've got one and you can strap it to something where you can hold that can support you on the way down, that is a better way to do it. For a regression, if you cannot do these at all, then you can just practice single leg bridge. So you can bring one leg straight, one leg on the platform of the bed, and lifting up, hold, then down. Make sure you're pushing off with the heel, and then as you press, draw the foot down so that you can activate with the hamstring, then down, and then again, and then down. So the idea is from there completing 10 of those as well. So the next one is going to be for training your core, and they are basically like mountain climbers, or they are mountain climbers. So the idea is from here, getting your one leg in. If you can get it in between the hands, it's better. Otherwise, you can do it with the leg to the outside. But from here, seeing if you can swap the legs 10 times each leg without jumping and lifting the butt up. So the idea is to try and keep the butt down, the body extended, and then from there, seeing if you can swap with the legs. To make it easier, you can do it with the legs to the outside, or you can also step it. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and holding it there, but seeing if you can maintain the correct position over there. So that's it basically. Those are the 4 drills that I'd like you guys to try out and do as part of today's workout at least. Try them out, give me some feedback, let me know what works, let me know what doesn't work, and yeah, I hope you enjoy them.